Alright. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We got ourselves another episode of the Salt Mines, where people get online, play the most competitive real-time strategy game of all time, and then have mental breakdowns when the game doesn't go their way. Much like when I was first learning chess as a 6-year-old, my brother decided to turn a pawn into a queen after getting it to my side of the board, a rule that I did not know about. I did throw the board on the ground and said, "You're cheating!" That's essentially what we experience in the Salt Mines. People discovering how the game works and rejecting it and saying, no, that's not fair. Even though it's clearly their own inability to understand what's happening. Now, Kartoffel, what does Kartoffel mean again, by the way, guys? I don't know why I'm thinking that means potato for some reason. Does it mean potato? Is this German or something? What's Kartoffel mean? You guys can translate that. Up here we have eat cheese, which is referring to eating cheese. Very exciting, guys. So we've got eat cheese in the top right, Terran player who's going double gas before barracks. One base battle cruiser, anybody? Hello? One base battle cruiser. I'm imagining one base battle cruiser. It is potato. Okay. So we've got eat cheese up against potato, guys. Two food-based names, which I'm always excited by. And the double SCV gangbang. Oh! Oh, the probe comes in, gets a bit naughty. Eat cheese says, "Taste my drill, dickhead," and drops the offensive GG. I admire it. I respect it. Guys, he came into your base, he harassed you, and you literally broke him with the offensive GG. He just walled his own probe in and then had to recall it to get it out of the little cage he accidentally put it in. Absolutely broken, man. Kartoffel's mental is just shattered right now. To be fair, still quickly builds a Nexus and whatnot. Both players hanging at about 50 APM, which I've got to say I'm shocked by. Kartoffel's opening looks like a proper opening, kind of. I mean, I guess the Chronoboost timing's a bit off. The fact that you've done a probe harass, and you still quickly then recall the probe after getting it trapped, and built a Nexus, and it's weird, because Kartoffel's like doing things very quickly and aptly in a game that appears to be incredibly low level. Oh, it's double gas into 3 barracks. So guys, what's really cool about this build is Eat Cheese has gone double gas. This allows you to get a ton of gas, right? And what's really clever about this build is they've done this with a 3 barracks builds, and barracks build units that cost minerals. So what's really cool about this is the synergy of mining a lot of gas, but only having the ability to spend minerals. So I just want to, in case, sorry, I know some of the people aren't experts in Starcraft who watch this channel. Let me explain this one more time. So guys, Eat Cheese's strategy is they're building 3 barracks, which build units with minerals, but they're mining as much gas as they possibly can. So they're mining as much gas as they possibly can, Vest being gas, this resource, but they only have minerals building structures. Just letting that sink in for a second, okay, chat? All right, guys? And they say, "Are you no English? Are you no English?" They brought out the 1970s racism here. They're like, "Oh, you're no English." Oh, it's actually impressive. That's one of the first times I've seen someone type out a racist impression near perfectly. Like, I didn't, it took me a few seconds. I'm like, oh, you're bringing out, like, normally you can't tell if someone's doing a racist impression through text, but damn, Ichi's just nailed it. I have no plans to immediately make any big attacks, says Kartoffel. Kartoffel here, for some reason, it looks like they're playing a challenge where they announce their strategy to the opponent. Oh, it's a 300 IQ pivot. Props for the best, given that you're a robot shit. Ah, but is this because all Asians are robots? Or, I don't know. It might be a bit of a stretch. Look at the pivot. They were mining the gas because they wanted to show Mass Marine. So the opponent counters the Mass Marine, and then they pivot to Mass Reaper. This is actually a genius strategy, guys. Because think about it, your opponent is going to go like Colossus or something to counter Marines, and then you surprise them with Mass +1 Reaper, which also loses to Colossus. Well, okay, there doesn't have to be Colossus though, so they could also go Storm, also counters the Reapers. Everything Protoss could do that counters Marines also counters Reapers. Yeah, okay, all right. I don't know if this is such a genius idea, Eat Cheese. This might be a moron move, but he's like, but it's fine, I can get in the back door. Little does he know, the back door has been sealed. Kartoffel has been to prison before, and his prison pocket is heavily guarded. I mean, we are talking about layers of protection right now. You're going to need more than a shiv to get through this bad boy. I do like the idea, though. Eat cheese. Marines on the front, Reapers in the back. I also love this. Triple Robo on a single pylon is hilarious over here, by the way. Kartoffel has only 2 Adepts for defense, no actual fighting units. So Kartoffel's build is terrible. Eat Cheese's build probably loses to just probes A-moving, maybe, and like a few Stalker Warpins. But how do we not have any units at 5 minutes is wild to me. Adepts shading in right now, trying to be fancy with the Adepts. Unfortunately, that means the Reaper Marine is going to get inside the base. 3 Stalkers warp in. They're going to deal with the Reapers. The Reapers are on move command. Oh, he's going to focus the probes down. Guys, we got a game on our hands. SCVs kill the Adepts in the main. They only get a couple. And those Marines, well, luckily for Kartoffel, they're not killing probes. Because if they were, this would be a disaster. Oh! Look, they're focus firing, guys. This is that MMR where people focus fire everything. They always click on individual units. You notice how there's no attack move commands? It's always clicking on an individual unit. I love this level of micro. Marines and Reapers go down. They kill 23 probes, though. A massive loss for Kartoffel. Luckily, Kartoffel has the income to now start the triple immortal production. This truly is peak StarCraft right now. It's high level, man. Do we have orbitals yet? Still no orbital command center. And Eat Cheese is going to type G. Why would... Is that... Oh, it's offensive. Okay, I don't think they realize that their build sucks so much that I think that's a very delayed offensive GG. I mean, it kind of makes sense, right? It is funny as well, guys. Have you guys noticed this? The people who are calling everyone bots recently and NPCs act like NPCs. Like... You know we've hit that singularity moment where, like, online, I'm always seeing people that I'm like, is this a bot? But then they're always calling other people NPCs or bots. Have you noticed that? I've noticed a pattern. You guys let me know if you've noticed it. It definitely seems like a thing. GG, fuck off, loser. I accept your surrender, says Kartoffel. Kartoffel's like, dude, I got this, bro. Zero hesitation. As it's really saturating. Has the 3 immortals coming across with more stalkers. This army's not great for Kartoffel, but... It feels like with no stim and shields, the Marines are going to struggle. There are 4 Marines building at a time, though. I mean, oh, okay. You are dumb. And obviously, I think they were trying to type the word that rhymes with rook or cook. I think cook is probably the word we used last time as a placeholder. Basically using the Asian slur there. My favorite is that people do this. They're always like, yeah, it's only them Asians that play this game. And I'm like, okay. Number one, do you think anyone's offended in the StarCraft community about being called Asian? Being called a Korean in the StarCraft community is pretty much like going to a guy in the gym and saying he looks like 1987 Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's basically the biggest compliment you can get. If someone says you play like an Asian, it's kind of like saying to a guy, you know, you probably have the biggest penis I've ever seen. It's kind of the biggest compliment you can give us. Like, oh, you're Asian, and you're like, yep, awesome. I mean, you think I play like an Asian? That's fantastic, dude. Like, they're like the best at this genre of video games. They have been for over 20 years. The last Olympia Arnold won was 1980 Pig, and it was his worst one. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking aesthetic bodybuilders, because let's be real, Arnold looked way better when he was filming movies than he did when he was winning the Olympiad. Because I guess, sorry, I forgot. If you're a bodybuilder, you have body dysmorphia and you think the peak bodybuilders actually look good. I apologize. Yes, 1976, 1974 was Arnold's best year. Just saying, maybe I'm reflecting my own values. I do, you know, Conan was the barbarian. What did he say now? Just LOL? Oh, he said effing Rook loser. You a dumb effing Rook. Run. You call that a win. You fat yellow scum. Run. Okay, yep. Just the standard ones. And then LOL and then leaves the game. Super high level play from Eat Cheese, guys. I gotta say, I just feel like there's a high correlation. And I know people say correlation doesn't equal causation. But when I look at this opening, like, I really feel like it's the people who are constantly calling their opponents dumb racist word. You dumb racist word. You're part of the lesser race. Your color of people is worse than my color of people. Whenever people say stuff like that, it's always pad with like a build that is literally worse than Elon Musk's Elden Ring build. And that's actually impressive. I mean, like, it's the sort of thing your drunk toddler comes up with. Wait, who's building this? Did he cue the gas? Wait. Look at this. He uses this SCV to build the gas. He's like, when you're done building that depot, you go over there. And then I'm going to bring a different SCV over to build the barracks. Like, the wires are so tangled in these guys' heads, you can't not laugh. It's such a bad build. Nothing makes sense. Nothing lines up. And it's kind of fascinating to see what insanity looks like when you turn it into a Starcraft build order. GG, well played. Well done, Eat Cheese. I am impressed with your build order. I'm going to make a guide on this. We'll publish it in a few days, analyzing the 300 IQ double gas into barracks build. Frigging fantastic play. All right. Let's go into the next game. We've got Tempo Storm. Says, oh, Day in the top right, the Zerg says, good luck, have fun. Tempo Storm in the bottom right, left says, hey, I got a question. I think we already know who's going to say some insane stuff, guys. Oh, God. What's it going to be? Ask away, Tempo Storm. Please, announce your mental illness at the start of the match. It's always a good idea. I don't like using the mental illness thing as like a criticism. I don't know, man. You don't answer questions? They didn't say anything. Just fucking ask. Oh, my God. I hate when people do this. Oh, you can smell the derangedness from here, right? That kind of wrong scent around Tempo Storm. Oh, where you're just like, oh, this one's gonna die. What did I expect? What did I? Why? These people are so stupid. All that build up for just asking, are you a homophobic slur? I didn't answer that question, says Day. Tempo says, okay, what do you think of Zizek's political economy? Guys, ladies and gentlemen, General Chat has arrived in the building. Next up, the General Chat player in the bottom left side of the map is going to ask which race they think is superior before starting to discuss whatever other hot topic political thing they want. Next, what's the bet? They pivot to trans something. To saying some crazy, evil, like psycho stuff about trans people before the end of this game. This is the General Chat person who lives in a political like echo chamber of insane people. Playbook. There's a certain range of things they talk about. They're in Mechabellum General Chat. They're in Starcraft General Chat. They're hanging out on the internet, talking to people about the weird stuff. They are the very definition of people that need to go and touch grass ever so desperately, but will absolutely never choose to. I don't actually really know what Zizek talks about too much. I just know people talk about him on the internet in the crazy spaces. You guys can let me know. Give me a summary for someone who's not insane and not terminally online. Talk me through Zizek. Is this Slavoj Zizek or something? I don't know how to pronounce these names that come from countries that use letters different to mine, guys. I am a very lazy monolingual English moron who goes and travels the world and butchers other people's languages with the tiny smidgens he lands. Day is building Zerglings, Spine Crawler, Link Speed. A little bit of safety. I think when your opponent talks crazy, a Spine Crawler is usually a good idea. Put on a little bit of extra protection because your opponent's just being weird. So I think it's a good idea to play extra safe and say, you know what? I'm playing a weirdo. Let's play safe. Now, we've got double barracks coming in after, so it's going to be a 2 barracks follow-up to the factory on 2 base. They can type and build at the same time. This player must be at least Diamond. Twitch chat's playing the Guess the Evermar game right now. I think the last game, what was the last game again, guys? It was like 2800, right? You don't answer that one? You know, I actually quite appreciate when someone banters in a game. It just, there's a difference when someone banters versus someone asking with, are you a 3-letter word homophobic slur? Rhymes with hag, I guess. Where with those ones, you're like, yeah, there's funny banter, and then there's insanity. I love Todd's banter when you pause the game. Says, does Todd get angry when people pause in Warcraft? The fuck? My time is valuable. Do you need to go to the bathroom? Why didn't you go before the game started? Slavoy Zizek is a leftist philosopher who got pretty popular in recent years. Fame is an empty illusion, yet we desperately believe in it, the paradox that sustains ideology. Okay. He describes himself as a Marxist. Oh. But is he a cultural Marxist or an economic Marxist? Because those are two very different things. I don't know the difference. Yeah. Waterdrop says this is a 2-base spine opening when scouting standard Rex Factory expand opening, therefore it must be lower MMR. No, dude. If someone talks crazy like this, you should totally go spine crawler on 2-base. This makes perfect sense. Day is going 2-base Mutalisk here. The work account is very slow. You're probably just a hag anyway, says Tempo Storm. This is like the height of insult. What's always fascinating to me, guys, is like, you know how it's the clash of the old world and the new world. Like there's a lot of people online in the video game space who still think if they call you a homosexual, it's like, bam, dead to rights. You are screwed. Like, do they realize it's not the smoking gun that we maybe thought it was when I was 13 in 2001, my first year of high school, and someone would be like, you're gay. And you'd be like, I'm not gay! Because I don't. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm just immune. Someone could be like, you gobble on big dickies. And I would just be like, okay. Like, it's not even water off a duck's back. Like, I feel like the only people who are offended by that these days generally are the people who are also calling people these names. Like it seems like like maybe it's a self-report for people who are closeted but culturally or religiously or whatever it is, they can't accept that about themselves. So they're like, oh, this is the biggest insult there is, you know, you gobble big dickies. And you're just like, is that a big insult? Like, I don't. Like, the thing is, like, if I wanted to gobble dickies, then that's just like, that's cool, you know? Like, I'll fucking gobble those dickies right up. And if I don't want to, it's not true. So, like, you understand this only works on people who are, like, in the closet, right? Like, it's not offensive to anyone else. They're like, I fucking love gobbling dickies. I'm one of the best dicky gobblers in the entire world. Like, you guys don't even... like, you don't even know, man. Like, I'm really good at it. It's just like, you know, I don't think they've thought through their insults very well, guys. You're just like, he's here we go, guys. Alien's gonna go for a drive-by. Big chat says Aussies call them Dickies like the clothing. Dude, I didn't even know that was a clothing brand. I saw a Dickies store where we were in Japan, and I was like, Dot, look. And she's like, what? And I'm like, Dickies. And she's like, that's a really famous clothing brand that's been around forever. They're in Australia as well. And I was like, Dickies? I thought it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. She thought I was being an idiot, which is, to be honest, most of my interactions with my wife, to be fair, are basically that. But yeah, I thought it was great. I was like, there's a clothing store. Let's go buy some Dickies. Oh, I was like, let's go try some Dickies out, shall we? Do they have a little back room where you can try out different Dickies? She's just like rolling her eyes at me like, you're an actual moron. But yeah, no, I thought that was great. I didn't even realize that. Type in the comments if you guys are wearing Dickies right now and what size of those Dickies you prefer. There's a few people in chat who say they're wearing Dickies already, so good to know. Here we go, guys. We've got 1-1 Mutiling Bane on the way, it looks like. Though they went +1 range, so I've got to question the upgrade order a little bit here for Day. The old +1 range, just to make our queens do slightly more damage. And then we've got a couple gases coming in. I mean, not the worst macro in the world, not the best. The Terran macro actually is appalling. 4 barracks for 4 command centers. That's, well, that's 5 command centers, actually. And we've got, okay. And guys, if you have 1.5 times as many command centers as barracks, you're doing it wrong. Yeah, I mean, this is the, if I get planetaries everywhere, hopefully I'll just win eventually build. To be fair, Day has had really slow economic build-up, so they are still behind on army massively and could really struggle. But as the Mutalisks fly across, we're going to have our first skill check of this game. Tempo Storm's scouting has been just immaculate this game. When I say immaculate, I mean they've seen almost nothing. and they are completely blinded. They're also going double starport off 4 barracks, guys, which you kind of want to have 8 barracks before you even think about doing that. We're going to pick up Marines and Marauders and try to drop them on top of the Mutas. The Mutas could just fight this, I think. We're going to click on the medevac. Click it. Oh my god, we killed the medevac. That's like 5 Marines still inside. The Mutalisks are... They're certainly microing in a way. Yep, okay. We're going to pick up a bunch more SCVs. Lings come and set off the Widow Mines, which is cute. Oh, are we F2ing? Or no, it just looks like some Lings got on the hotkey. Fly away, fly away, fly away. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so those Widow Mines got some good shots. The Libs are going to chase over. The Mutas are damaged. They are dying. Oh, that's a lot of kills on those Mutalisks from these Libs. But the Libs do go down. Libs are very fragile, you know, guys. I think it's just something to do with being so woke in their agenda. So yeah, I think it is kind of ironic that Tempo Storm's the one who's building the Libs in this game, but you know, it is what it is. Ooh, good revenge though. Gets a few Mutalisks, and hasn't really been that much macro happening behind it. 9 more Mutalisks happening. Oh my lord. The injecting has certainly not happened in a while, guys. This is the sort of game where you queue up 6 injects per hatchery, which it seems like Day is now doing. These Mutalisks are gonna micro over to the right side. Guys, this is a proper Starcraft game, and we're gonna swap into Roach Hydra. Okay. Feel like Hive Tech is 100% necessary in this game. I actually think Ling Bane would be the easiest way to win this game. The bio is gonna stim over. There were Marines nearby. Those turrets not getting built though. Tempo Storm could over macro out against this so easily, but still hasn't built. Wait, did we? Wait. The Mutalisks flew in like 2 minutes ago, and we still haven't built a turret in our 3rd base. All the main, all the natural. This is like the first step against Mutalisks is you build turrets. And we're like, I'm gonna build 1 here. Main base? No. Natural? No. 4th base rebuild the turrets? No. Just 1 in the 3rd. How do you only build 1 turret at a time? He's probably too busy looking at these Mutalisks thinking how phallic they look. He's like, oh, look at these long phallic things, and they're sticking their seed into me. Oh no. Because as we know from Tempo Storm's insults, the thing they really want more than anything is that phallic object in and around their Terran mouths. But they don't actually, they don't, like, it's on a subconscious level, right? They on a conscious level, absolutely not okay with these flappy dickies flying in and around their base. But it is what it is. The flappy dickies, which we're going to call these now, do fly around the base. They're going to pick off a few of these Hellions. Flappy dickies. Okay, good pullback, good pullback. Marauders are out in the open. Still no turret on the 4th base. Oh man, these flying dickies are doing really good damage, guys. This is crazy. This is crazy. Oh my lord. I mean, Tempo Storm has so much money. They honestly, like, this damage is meaningless if they just build turrets everywhere and then just macro. But they're going +1 ship weapons and 5 starport tech lab with a fusion core. So we're going to go mass battle cruiser to counter the Mutalisks. You really are a hag, they've said. Yeah, very standard, you know, basically just throwing out some homophobic slurs like the crazy person they are. And, yeah, I mean, definitely, this seems like the most tangible, awesome response, right? Let's go battle cruiser against the guy going Mutalist. Don't build missile turrets. Like, this is like 7, it's like we've skipped 7 steps here, you know? You're just like, no, we're going straight. Oh my god! What are you doing? Holy shit! Day, who sees 40 stim marines and is like, I need to finish that medevac. What are you doing? It's trying to set off the Widowmite. The Widowmite already fired, bro. Bro. Oh my, this is not some good dicky micro, guys. This is like watching a guy drag his nuts across the keyboard. Day, please keep it in your pants, mate. That was no. We're gonna rebuild them as well after that. Oh no. At least the hatcheries had a lot of injects queued on the main and the natural, but they're already running out, actually. There are more hatcheries building, but Day doesn't have gases or any mining past the first 3 bases, hasn't really managed the economy at all, so is really going to struggle long term if Tempo just, like I said, just rebuilds their economy. Unfortunately, they haven't rebuilt either, so they're going triple battle cruiser on 6 starports on 1 gas mining and 2 workers mining gas there. So, almost no gas mining. We're going to go 6 starport battle cruiser with no gas mining. Tempo Storm seems like a highly intelligent player, guys. Dicky Assault 3.0 coming in. There are 15 mutalisks. And oh my god, okay, Massling Pain. You admit it, right? With all your flappy dickies flapping around my base, putting your dickies in my mineral lines. You admit it, right? Sure, whatever you say, says Day. Day's like, mate, if a man unloading his hefty load of Baneling Zergling into your base is gay, well, color me homosexual. That's me. You play like one, like a little haggy bitch who has nothing but an insecure ego. Well, that's the pot calling the kettle black, that is. It's pretty obvious based on your playstyle that you're so insecure. Not me. I'm not insecure. You. Yeah. Take a look in the mirror, maybe. Yeah, I'm effing you up, says Day. Day's like, yeah, I'm effing you up. You care so much about winning, way less about fun and intellect. Because this is the height of intellect, the way you played this war game. Because remember, guys, if you're a true intellectual, you don't play to win. You play to build 6 starport. Did he just teleport these from there to there? Oh my god, you maybe... Like, if the opponent didn't have a spire, there was a chance for you to teleport across, make sure you snipe any spires before they build corruptors. Like, there was still a win condition here, but you're so stupid, you teleported there. Obviously, there wasn't because corruptors were building, but man, so stupid. You're a loser, LOL. Okay, oh, they're going for the off yourself comment. Very nice, very high IQ. Very original. Abort yourself. Now, that's actually impressive. If you could abort yourself, that's impressive. Like, because abort yourself means you need to, like, go back in time and convince your mom to have an abortion, which is honestly so difficult, messed up, and impressive if you can manage to pull that off. Yeah, that's one that gets you thinking. You should abort yourself for the people, says Tempo Storm. I love how when Terran players rage, I immediately just hear their voice kind of become more autosy. Will you abort yourself? They're asking. Day's like, dude, I just methodically wrecked you up. I'll forfeit if you agree to offer yourself. I don't know if that's a great offer. I feel like... And read a book. They're like, look. Oh, you have to read the book. I was going to say, how are they going to read their book if they off themselves? Like, well, read it. Before you off yourself, you should read a book. Yeah, because, guys, we all know the only thing that leads to homosexuality, it's ignorance, right? If people were just out there reading any book, well, one specific book, I'm not going to tell you which one, but like, let's just say it's like one of the oldest books. If you just read that and followed that, like, you wouldn't be so homo. Like, you'd realize it's not cool. Like, there's just this one book I really want you to read. Before you off yourself for being a hag triad. Okay, this, like, I mean, we knew you were crazy, but Tempo Storm, it's really nice. Honestly, for me, this is cathartic. Seeing the general chat of Starcraft get pounded to oblivion. Because I always knew you guys were bad at Starcraft, but it just feels good to watch it. Feels good to watch it. No? Why'd you stop answering? Did I create an emotion in you? Why'd you stop answering? Did I create an emotion in you? Wow, butthurt by a little loss. Who cares about winning too much now? Day did just checkmate you, Tempo Storm. LOL? Well, I just want you to off yourself. I'm an altruist. An altruist. Mate, your Marines are dead. I want the best for the community. I mean, this is a proper special player, this is. Day comes in and answers their insults. Rather than typing in chat and wasting breath on them, they're going to unzip their fly and urinate on their command center. And there is nothing more cathartic than pissing on the base of someone who doesn't shut up in the video game. I want the health of society, you know, that's it. You're a certified hag. It's like, dude, the insult has never worked on anyone except you. You're the only person who thinks it's an insult. Just ha ha ha. Oh, now we're gonna, this is my favorite, guys. This is a classic from the salt mines. It's where you just go ha 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 ha. Like, some people watch James Bond movies and they watch the bad guys being like ha 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 ha, and they're like, that's the good guy. I like that guy. That guy's cool. That guy's really cool. Certificate now. Photos or it isn't real. Read a book, baby. Just one. Break your book virginity. The IQ has to be single digit. Proper. So bad at starting. The crazy thing is they got away with a 6 command center opening and then didn't know how to build a missile turret. Literally, they build some missile turrets. They build units. They could have easily out macroed Day there. But building a missile turret's pretty hard. And to be fair, I mean, they just cared about fun. But the opponent didn't care about fun. They were just too try-hard trying to win the game. I could have built turrets, but I chose not to because I wanted the game to be fun. GG, well played, Tempo Storm. We appreciate your delusion. Go back to the dark depths of the general chat. And congrats, Dave, for crushing an absolute loser. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll catch you next time in the Salt Mines. If you guys want to support the channel, you can like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Or you can also check out the Patreon. There's a link below in the description. Big thanks to everyone, especially Wu Zhang, conductor of the D-Town Express. We love you guys for the support. Check out those extra perks on Patreon, and we'll see you in the next episode. Don't forget to send your videos in, or your replays, I should say. There's a link below to submit those as well. We've had a lot of submissions recently, which is why we've actually got lots of games to cast for the current patch, so please keep sending them in. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night. Catch you later. Goodbye and good night.